Good morning. This is Dr. Timothy Scott back here at Live Point Medical, and it is March the 18th, 2021. And I want to say good morning to you and let you know we're all safe and sound here. We know the weather is pouring through here, and there's some risky weather stuff, but it doesn't seem to be as bad this morning, thank the Lord. So we are seeing patients. We're open and we're running full speed. So let us know if you need something so we can get you taken care of promptly. Let's talk about the COVID-19. There's 1,447 cases. That's 2 up from yesterday. But essentially, our acquisition rate for this virus has flatlined, which is wonderful. And it seems to have been almost flatlined now for several days, looking back on some of my records. So that's all good signs. I love all of that. I will tell you though, I believe there's a GI bug that's going around that's wreaking havoc all over the county. And the same exact measures that you would take to prevent COVID probably work for the GI bug, except for maybe the mask. So with this GI bug that's going around, it's just another virus. I do not think it's related to COVID. However, washing your hands with hand sanitizer and washing your hands with soap intermittently, and avoiding, soiling your hands and touching your eyes or your mouth or anything like that, because that's exactly how those viruses are transmitted. So anyway, be mindful. I would still kind of just realize that in general, viruses are contracted through hand to foot type scenarios. So just if you can remember that's kind of what I've been talking about, or at least practicing for years, working here in the office, is to make sure that I do not touch my mouth with my hands if they're dirty. And I know that seems obvious, but it happens a lot, and that's, I think, the primary way this GI bug is being transmitted. So if you get the bug, sounds like it's just nausea, vomiting for a limited period of time. And anytime you have any nausea and vomiting, the best thing you can do as soon as possible is start consuming again with water and crackers and sodium to get your fluid levels built back up into your body. Because we know that a lot of people that get admitted to the hospital, the reason they have to get admitted to the hospital is because of dehydration. And I've told y'all before, but I've worked in hospitals where we get patients who come in sick, and the determining factor on whether they're admitted to the hospital or not admitted to the hospital is their volume status. And if they're safe and they got a good volume status, they don't necessarily at all times need to go in the hospital. However, if they're vulnerable and they're sick and they are slightly dehydrated, okay, they're vulnerable, so they have to be put in the hospital and resuscitated from the fluid standpoint. And that's very common practice right now in all the ERs across the country. Doctors are looking at people. Are they dry or are they wet? If they're dry, we got to admit them. We got to fluid resuscitate them so that they can stabilize. And interestingly, your body fixes a lot of its problems with only hydration. And I've seen that phenomenon many, many times. So just continue your contact precautions like you were doing with the COVID-19. And to the most point, we probably need to always consider this to be a vulnerability for people. All right, featured a service today that we do is we do this Lipo B, B12 shots called Lipo B or Super B. We offer those to anybody, walk-in basis, patient or not a patient. They're $35 a piece, and I take one about once a month, but my patients take them everywhere from once a week to once every couple of months. And it helps with energy level. It's vitamin B12 with some other B vitamins and some amino acids. To this day, I still get people who come in with B12 deficiencies in the community at large. And it's interesting, with how developed we are in our diets and everything, that people still have a B12 deficiency, but it absolutely is there. And we know as we age that your ability to absorb B12 goes down. So this is a safe way to replenish your B12 levels and There does not appear to be any downside to having too much B12 in your system. You just excrete it if it's too much. So we've got these Lipo-Bs here. They help with malaise, fatigue, sleep, appetite, just general things like that. Nothing very specific, but in general they help with all that stuff. So this is Dr. Timothy Scott Beck. I want to say one word about Place of Hope, North Georgia. It's a wonderful ministry that we've started here in this community, and we need your support. P.O. Box 933, Clayton, Georgia. 30525 is our mailing address, and our primary mission is to support and help the foster children and foster families in this community. So if you feel it in your heart to give us a donation, please do, and we'll use the money the way we're supposed to. Otherwise, you have a wonderful day, and let us know if you need anything. This is Dr. Beck. Talk to you later.